Hello, guys. Welcome to my channel. What is the topic? Today, we are going to talk about production planning and control. Let's talk about definition first. Production planning and control, a strategic approach to managing the production process. It involves planning what to produce, when to produce it, and how to produce it efficiently. Production planning and control ensures smooth production, minimizes costs, and meets customer demands on time. Let's talk about production planning and control with a simple example. Imagine you're planning a birthday party. In this time, production planning is like planning the menu, deciding how many guests to invite, and creating a timeline for the party. You're figuring out what you need to do and when. Production control is like actually preparing the food, setting up the decorations, and making sure everything is ready on time. You're executing the plan and monitoring the process. Together, production planning and control ensure your party is a success. You've planned everything and now you're making sure it all happens smoothly. In a factory also, production planning and control is similar. Planning is like deciding what products to make, how many to make, and when to make them. Control is like, ensuring that the right materials are available, machines are working, and workers are efficient to produce the planned quantity and quality of products. Hope you guys understand. Let's talk about the importance. 1. Deliver products on time. It makes sure products are ready when needed. 2. Avoid wasting materials and time. It uses resources efficiently. 3. Save money. It reduces costs by avoiding waste. 4. Keep customers happy. It ensures customer satisfaction through timely deliveries and quality products. 5. Make smart decisions. It provides information for better decision making. Let's learn about the functions now. 1. Predicting demand, figuring out how much of a product people will want to buy. 2. Planning capacity, making sure the factory can produce enough to meet demand. 3. Creating a production plan, deciding what to make, when to make it, and how much to make. 4. Planning for materials, making sure there are enough raw materials to produce the product. 5. Scheduling work, assigning tasks to machines and workers. 6. Issuing work orders, telling workers what to do and when. 7. Managing inventory, keeping track of how much of a product is in stock. 8. Ensuring quality, making sure products are good quality. 9. Measuring performance, checking if the product's process is efficient. Let's talk about some objectives. 1. Efficient resource utilization, making the best use of resources like labor, machinery, and materials. 2. On-time delivery, meeting customer delivery deadlines. 3. Quality assurance, ensuring products meet quality standards. 4. Cost reduction, minimizing production costs. 5. Customer satisfaction, meeting customer needs and expectations. Let's talk about the advantages. 1. Better planning. It helps in better planning of production activities. 2. Efficient resource usage. It ensures efficient use of resources like labor, machines, and materials. 3. Reduced costs. It helps reduce costs by minimizing waste and inefficiency. 4. Improved quality. It helps maintain and improve product quality. 5. On-time delivery. It ensures timely delivery of products to customers. 6. Increased customer satisfaction. It leads to increased customer satisfaction due to timely deliveries and quality products. 7. Better decision making. It provides valuable data for informed decision making. Let's see about some disadvantages. 1. Complex. It can be difficult to implement, especially in big operations. 2. Relies on accurate data. Wrong information can lead to bad decisions. 3. Can be too rigid. It might not be flexible enough to adapt to sudden changes. 4. Can be costly. Implementing and maintaining a good PPC system can be expensive. 4. Human error. Mistakes can happen even with technology. Let's talk about some types with examples. 1. Push production, making products and pushing them to customers whether they want them or not. For example, a clothing manufacturer produces a set quantity of jeans every month. Regardless of current demand, they push these jeans into the market, hoping to sell them. 2. Pull production, making products only when customers demand them. For example, a restaurant that only cooks food when a customer orders it. They pull ingredients from the kitchen to fulfill specific customer requests. 3. Lean production, focusing on efficiency and reducing waste in production. For example, a car manufacturer implements a lean production system to reduce waste and improve efficiency. They focus on streamlining processes, reducing inventory, and eliminating unnecessary steps in the production line. 4. Batch production, making a specific quantity of a product at one time. For example, a bakery produces a batch of bread every morning. They bake a specific quantity to meet anticipated demand for the day. 5. Job shop production, making custom products one at a time or in small batches. For example, a custom furniture maker produces unique pieces of furniture based on individual customer orders. Each piece is made to specific specifications. 6. Continuous production, making large quantities of a product continuously. For example, a paper mill continuously produces paper rolls. The production process runs 24/7, with raw materials constantly being fed into the system and finished products rolling out the other end. 7. Hybrid production, a mix of different production methods to optimize production. For example, a smartphone manufacturer may use a hybrid approach. They produce large quantities of standard models in a continuous flow, while also customizing specific models for special orders in a job shop style. That's all for today, guys. Please like and share this video to your friends. Let's again meet in our next video. Have a good day.